Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hello! Welcome to my field trip video presentation. This video presentation is about communication and social behavior of animals. But first of all, let me introduce you myself first. My name is Nurhusna Atira binti Adinam. Before we start, I would like to tell you the objective of this trip. First, this field trip aims to observe behavior of selected animals, then to identify the social and non-social behavior in animals, and lastly, to determine the relationship between social and non-social behavior of selected animals. The first animal that I've been chosen is the Asian small-clawed otter, or its scientific name is Onyx cinereus. The appearance of this animal is dark brown upper hair and lighter lower fur, grey, white or cream face and neck marking. Claws are limited to their digital pads and have webbed feet. The average weight of this animal is around 1 until 5 kg, and their average lifespan is around 10 until 15 years. Their conservation status is vulnerable, which falls under threatened category. These Asian small-clawed otter habitat are river, small stream, sea coast, rice paddy, mangrove, small stream and marshes. They are usually found in India, South Asia and many more. For your information, this small-clawed otter is carnivore types of animals. They eat frogs, crustaceans, fish, shells, small rodents, and other riverine animals. Next, we will move on to the materials and method. For my observation of this small otter behavior, I choose a scan sampling method. For a period of 15 minutes, the behavior of 10 small-clawed otter were observed, and observation of their behavior were made at a regular interval of 5 minutes. For the purpose of capturing their behavior, a phone camera was used as a recording instrument. This observation of small-clawed otter has been done at the Zoo Teruntum located at Kuantan, Pahang, Malaysia. There are 4 types of each social and non-social behavior of this small-clawed otter, where are fighting, squealing, attacking, and social grooming falls under social behavior category of small otter, while self-grooming, swims, and diving, rest, and stand on paws falls under its non-social behavior. Next, we move on to the result and discussion. For result interpretation, I choose bar chart to present the social and non-social behavior of small otter. And in order to test difference between research result from these two categories, analysis of a variance or ANOVA has been chosen. The first graph is graph of frequency of social behavior. As you can see, the most appealing social behavior in this graph presented by squealing, where for the first, second and third time interval their frequency is considered high, followed by aggressive behavior such as attacking on the first time interval, but it showed decline pattern when it reached the second and third time interval. As we can see, the least appealing social behavior in small otter is playing fighting, where it only plays fighting 5 times in the first time interval, and there is no more play fighting activities in the second and third time interval. Next is the graph of frequency of non-social behavior. We clearly can see that the swims and dive is the highest total frequency, followed by grooming, resting, and lastly standing on paws. For the graph, we can see that this small otter actively swims in the first time interval and third time interval, but not in the second time interval. It is because they are grooming themselves on the second time interval, and we clearly can see it in the graph. In order to test the relationship between social and non-social behavior, one-way ANOVA method has been done. The null hypothesis and alternate hypothesis has been stated. As for the null hypothesis, it says that there is no significant difference between the social and non-social behavior. And as for alternate hypothesis, it says that there is a significant difference between social and non-social behavior. As the results show, a one-way ANOVA revealed that since the F value is 0.414 is false below the critical value of alpha 0.05, with the F numerator 1 and the F denominator 6 equal to 5.987. So as a conclusion, we do not reject null hypothesis since there is not enough evidence to show that there is a significant difference between social and non-social behavior of small otter. Next, we move on to the second animal, which is crab-eating macaque, or its scientific name is Macaca fiscularis. The appearance of this animal is long tail, dark brown with light golden brown on the upper part, light grey underpart with dark grey tail. For your information, this crab-eating macaque is an omnivore type animal. They eat leaves, crab, fish, flowers, lizard, small chicks, and many more. Next is material and method for crab-eating macaque. For my observation, for this crab-eating macaque, I also use the same method, which is scan sampling method. The observation of crab-eating macaque has been done at Teluk Cempedak Beach located at Kuantan, Pahang, Malaysia. There are 4 types of each social and non-social behavior of this crab eating macaque, which is social grooming, parental, which is nursing and holding, aggression, such as attacking, biting, fighting, and miscellaneous calling, which is fall under social behavior, and non-social behavior such as grooming, eating, resting, which is sitting on the fences or road, and locomotion, where it climbs and walking on fences. We move on to the result and discussion. The first graph is graph of frequency of social behavior of this crab-eating macaque. As you can see, the most appealing social behavior in this graph presented by aggression, where for the first, second, and third time interval, their frequency is considered high, followed by social grooming, parental care, and lastly, miscellaneous calling. And we can see that the least appealing social behavior, crab-eating macaque, is miscellaneous calling, where it only appears on first time interval and third time interval. Next is graph of frequency and non-social behavior. We clearly can see that the locomotion is the highest total frequency, followed by grooming, resting, and lastly eating. From the graph, we can see that the eating and resting activities is considered lower than grooming and locomotion. It is because this crab-eating macaque is moving most of the time and always grooming themselves. The null hypothesis and alternate hypothesis has been stated. As for the null hypothesis, it says that there is no significant difference between social and non-social behavior, and as for alternate hypothesis, it says that there is significant difference between social and non-social behavior. As the results show, a one-way ANOVA revealed that since the F value, which is 2.279, is fall below the critical value of alpha 0.05 with denominator 6 and numerator 1 is equal to 5.987. So as a conclusion, we do not reject the null hypothesis since there is not enough evidence to show that there is a significant difference between social and non-social behavior of crab-eating macaque. To summarize, small cloud otter have a mix of social and non-social behavior in their behavior shown. They are able to maintain the cohesiveness of the family units via their social interaction, which include activity like as living in group and hunting together. It is also important to note that non-social behavior, such as activities that are performed alone and territoriality, are indicative of the flexibility and variety of these creatures in the term of their capacity to react to the different ecological needs. Crab-eating macaque exhibit a wide variety of behaviors, including both social and non-social ones. In contrast to the non-social behavior that present themselves in individual foraging, solidarity activities, and territorial behavior, social behavior are prominent in their group living, communication, and the establishment of social connection. Their ability to effectively traverse their surrounding and adapt to a variety of ecological problems is a result of the mix of behaviors that they exhibit.